Okay guys, this video here is to show you a demonstration on what can happen if you rupture your wastegate diaphragm on the Tial 44 millimeter. Been experiencing a huge exhaust leak, so this video here is to kind of show you how to replace or rebuild this Tial wastegate using a new diaphragm. First thing we're going to do is take off these Allen bolts right here, and we'll be utilizing this. What do we got? Taking off these bolts on top. Now, if you know your wastegate spring size, then you know these things are going to be under a lot of pressure. Right now I'm running a 10-pound spring, so I can do it by hand, by pressing down on the actual wastegate dome and then taking all the bolts off. But we'll get that off and then show you the actual diaphragm. Come right out. There you have it, boys and girls. Now we can look and see what this diaphragm looks like. This thing's pretty toast. Definitely burnt. Definitely been, looks like either glued, I don't know, but we'll get this thing off so you can get a better look at it. Okay, so inside that diaphragm, these bolts right here, or Allen screw heads I should say, are a 2 millimeter, and there's 4 of them. Once you loosen those things all up, this diaphragm should come right out. Just like that. Yeah, I'd like to call this thing toast. Looks like it's been off and on a good chunk of times. Looks like somebody might have either added a silicone, and maybe that's where it started leaking from or sticking. If you've seen my other video on this car, it's rather strange because it looked like somebody had cut the spring in the blow valve, which was causing the plunger to go up and down at an angle. And then it started rubbing on one side, and from there it started sticking. But anyhow, you can get these things from Tial for roughly 80 bucks. Let me show you this new one. Okay guys, so we're back and kind of got a dilemma here. Good news and bad news. The bad news is we found out that this Tial that we were originally rebuilding is a fake. So after sourcing many parts and going back and forth with Tial, sent them pictures and they said, yeah, that's definitely a fake. So next thing we did, hop on Amazon, found us another fake one. This one has the blue top, but the good part is we can continue on and have spare parts for both. But I just wanted to show you the diaphragm as I put everything back together. Took this one apart to show you guys how everything goes back together, kind of the opposite of taking it all apart. So now we're just putting the spring in it, and we've got enough parts between the two to build one solid one that works. And then we can kind of just get an idea of how long this thing's gonna last. Is it worth the $60? To kind of give you guys a review on it as well, I guess, at the same time. But it's pretty almost identical. Guess just brand new, right? To this thing. This was a good fake. I will give them that. They had me fooled till we started ordering parts and they didn't work, and so on and so forth. But now we've got enough parts to make one good one and spare stuff if anything goes on. About to put the spring in, put the top back on. Like I said, I just wanted to show you guys where we were at when we finished off on the last video. Didn't want to show you all the trials and tribulations I went through and ordering and sending back and blah blah blah, but that's building race cars. So about to bolt this thing back up and we should be back on the road. Okay guys, got all the fittings put on. I actually like the blue cooler than the red anyway, so it's actually all gonna work out. Plus this valve, you know, not been put through the ringer. But one thing I wanted to show you guys, super important here, when you're installing this, do not forget to put your fire ring. This is what's gonna actually seal the wastegate to the exhaust manifold. Without that thing, you will just have a huge exhaust leak, cause misfires, all the good stuff. But just wanted to show you that before I put it on. But that's it. You forget that thing, you're as good as exhaust leaking.